Hey, how's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel. It's a more Arsenal transfer news, transfer updates, opinions, discussions, and all that good stuff. Today, we have quite a bit of links now that since after the last two videos we have gotten a bit of a rant and emotions out of the way. We can kind of turn our attention back to transfers, player links, and everything that is happening around the footballing world that, in a way, involves Arsenal, of course, as well. So, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Don't forget to comment your opinions, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tomorrow there will be Euro game preview, match day 1 for all the games, previews, predictions, and all that stuff. So, I hope you're kind of excited about football being back in a way as well. And yeah, let's get into the video. And we're kicking things off with Catalin Tidier, who was released, one of the 20 plus players Arsenal released this summer. A week ago it was announced. He has signed with Romanian side Dinamo Bucharest, one of his home teams, on a permanent basis following the release from Arsenal. Hopefully he does well there. He had potential but never fulfilled it in a way. He was some people said he will be good, he will at some point be in Arsenal's team, but it never materialized. He got injured and he got issues, he couldn't develop, and now here we are. He got released, he signed for one of his native clubs, and good luck to him. Hopefully he can kind of reignite his career to play on a quite high level. Moving things on to Nico Williams. Arsenal are planning to make a move for Nico Williams this month, after following his development for some time. Sources have told caught offside. Arsenal are interested in Williams, who has 50 million euro release clause in his contract, and it is driven by Mikel Arteta. Again, it's all allegedly because Arteta has built a Fort Knox about Arsenal and their transfers. Nobody knows what's gonna happen, who they're gonna sign. It's all speculation and yellow page story. You have to take all this with a grain of salt, because at the moment, if I let's just say randomly, I put down all the players we have been linked with so far, and how many I think we will sign. Maybe out of those 25-30 players, maybe one. Genuinely, maybe one. So yeah, Arsenal allegedly are interested in Nico Williams. It's a story that has been for quite some time now. But the thing is, Nico Williams has come out and said himself, I'm very happy at Athletic. It's the club that has given me everything. Obviously, he's playing with his brother there as well. I'm very happy in Bilbao, and that is what I have to say. I have told my representatives that I do not want to know anything until Euro 2024 is over. I am 100% focused on my desire is to win the Euros. Love to see that in a young guy. The thing is, these two articles already are contradicting themselves, because there it is. Sources have told caught offside Arsenal interested Williams and want to make a move this month, while Nico himself says, I don't want to know anything until Euros are over. So basically, what can you expect during Euros? Pretty much is nothing, in my opinion. This will be time when every single team will try and lay low to scout players, especially the ones who are playing in Euros, maybe in Copa America that starts in a week later, maybe an AFCON qualifiers, just to try and see what they're all about, who they could sign. One thing though, if other teams will be moving for someone and Arsenal will just sit on the side with their hands in their pockets and do nothing, then again rant videos will start. I can promise that. Now, overall, Nico Williams, he has lots of pace. He has some technical ability. I wouldn't say he has very good technical ability, but he has technical ability, I'm not gonna lie. He tends to lose the ball on occasion. He's similar like Martinelli in a way, just with more tech. His finishing is a bit worse than Martinelli's, I will say that, but he has a decent shot on him that Martinelli doesn't have, I would say, from outside the box specifically, in my opinion, from what I've seen from him in La Liga and what has Martinelli done. But overall, yeah, he's a speedball just like Martinelli. The difference is, compared to Martinelli, he lifts his head, he likes to take on his opponents, and he has more skills at his back to do so. So definitely that, in a way, kind of sways the way of potentially signing for Arsenal in a favor for Nico Williams. The thing is, he plays predominantly left mid or left wing, right? As a backup for Saka, that is cool. As if Arteta wants to use him at left side, it will be very interesting because we have already two players there, and I'm not sure what's gonna happen with that, because who knows? Does Arteta doesn't rate maybe one of the players? Maybe he wants to get rid of some of the players. Who knows? Maybe a shock transfer going out is about to happen. You never know, obviously. But Nico Williams allegedly is linked with Arsenal. We'll see how it develops. But I think during the Euros we will hear nothing about this. We will just hear pretty much all over the time Arsenal are interested and stuff like that. But as Nico Williams has said himself, I have told my representatives that I do not want to know anything until Euros are over. Now that depends whether Spain will get out of the group or not, obviously. But hey ho, we have to sit here basically and patiently wait. Moving things on to Thomas Partey, which comes from Football Insider. Arsenal star Thomas Partey close to agreeing huge deal, according to sources. What sources? Give me the sources. Give me the sources, because you need some, basically you need some foundation to have these claims. And the biggest part is, allegedly, according to these sources so-called, Arsenal midfielder Thomas Partey is closing on a summer move to Saudi. Now, all depends how much, for how much, and all that stuff. Obviously, Saudi can offer him massive amount of money. Then they can throw a bag at him, and he will definitely say yes. Especially he just turned 31, 32. He's not the youngest, and the biggest thing is, if he leaves, we need to find a replacement, and that will be the biggest issue for that. We will have to sign 2 midfielders then, because I genuinely believe we are quite thin in that department. Because we have Rice and, well, yeah, Jorginho only there once Partey leaves, which means we need 2 midfielders to sign. So for me, ideal it would have been maybe Douglas Luiz and Fofana, but we will see how that develops. It goes to say that Zubimendi could replace Thomas Partey at Arsenal, but Zubimendi apparently didn't want to leave La Liga. Then they say that he wants to leave La Liga. It's all over the place. Genuinely, if you read, let's just say, 6 articles about one player linked to same club, there will be some things that differ. And if you put them all together, at the end of the day, you will see one said that, other said that, they will contradict itself, and nobody really knows what's going on. But that's why transfer market and transfer window is so annoying, yet so exciting in a way, because you never know what's gonna happen, who's gonna sign who. But Partey allegedly is close to a deal to moving someone to Saudi, and to be honest, if we can get about 25 million for that, I wouldn't be against it. And now, since we just touched on Fofana a bit, pause, Rudy Galetti, a journalist, TV opinion from TV dello Sport, AC Milan covers mostly Yusuf Fofana. He was linked with AC Milan, with Arsenal and other clubs, and the biggest thing is, Fofana is available for 20-25 million, which seems like pocket change, and Arsenal, in my opinion, should have been on it already, like stink on cheese. But by the looks of things, it's not gonna happen. And now there are starting reports just also coming out from Turkey that Galatasaray will sign a new midfielder in the summer. It is confirmed already, and they are looking at Ndidi and Fofana that are names on the list. I read about that potentially Besiktas are looking at him maybe. It will be very interesting, and after collecting preliminary info on cost, Yusuf is considered too expensive, a difficult option to date, while Wilfried Ndidi is a suitable candidate. Now that comes from Turkey, it's for Galatasaray specifically, obviously. I'm very surprised, because Ndidi would be hella cheap, I'm not gonna lie. But Yusuf Fofana, 20 million, given how these Turkey sides are going, how they not have that much money? Or they would need to pay a bit more over the odds just to convince him to move to Turkey, because he's coming from League One. And yeah, but this is very interesting, because slowly and steadily, despite the fact that he is deemed to be too expensive, you never know what's gonna happen. And the fact that Arsenal have dragged this option now so much, since we've been linked with him for quite some time now as well again. He scored against us in in pre-season cup at the Emirates as well for Monaco. But yeah, they are dragging this so long that there's a big chance that someone will sign him, and we again will be left with nothing, and again go for plan C, D, E, F, G, H, and whoever the plan is. So it's very frustrating that now it out of nowhere. It feels like out of nowhere that obviously there was Arsenal, there was AC Milan, some PSG, some other teams, and then all of a sudden a team from Turkey comes in, because despite the fact that the people say Turkey don't have much money, they do have money. They actually could spend if they sell properly. I read that also Besiktas are thinking about Yusuf Fofana as a replacement for Gedson Fernandes for their midfield. So it will be very interesting to see what's going to happen with that. But at the moment, Yusuf Fofana is staying put. He's playing in Euros, so we will see what happens with that. One of the Arsenal's striker targets that was about some time ago, we haven't been linked with him for quite some time now, to be honest. Brentford will not sell Ivan Toney for any less than 60 million this summer. He has been linked to a number of Premier League clubs. Now, the biggest thing is they wanted 80, they have dropped it down to 60. Who says they won't drop it a bit more? The thing is, this issue with this is Tony wants to leave to play for a big club in Europe. Brentford kind of don't want to sell unless they meet the odds, and Brentford don't have to sell. Again, the thing is, if they don't sell him, he will have to play. The thing is, will he want to play? How will it look in the dressing rooms? Will he upset them? Because Tony at the moment has been linked with quite a bit of clubs, including Arsenal. Well, that was a long time ago. We haven't been linked recently, but there's Spurs, there's United, there's Chelsea, all over the place. Chelsea are looking now at Zirkzee as well. So, and the other, the United, oh, I can't get words out of my mouth. United are looking at Bayer. So it will be very interesting to see how it develops, how it goes. But at the end of the day, at the moment, it is hella weird. Hella weird. They have dropped the price by 20 million. If nobody signs him, I would say by August, they might drop it a bit more. So it will be very interesting if he leaves and where he leaves. But according to reports, how Arsenal are moving, nobody knows obviously what's going to happen, but he is not in the books for Arsenal. Allegedly. The thing is, I wouldn't mind him at Arsenal though. He has something most of our players don't have, and his character. And that is something, the bad boy character, and that is something we definitely need. Now, it comes obviously with a risk, but Arteta doesn't want egos. He was mostly yes man in his team. We have seen how he deals with big egos in the team, so hey ho, now here we are, and we are without a proper number 9. And speaking of number 9s, Victor Osimhen. Rumors and reports throughout the whole day. Arsenal have made contact with Napoli, Edu in Italy to talk about Vlahovic and also with Osimhen. And Arsenal are there to talk to representatives according to Roma. Now, okay, they talk, they do whatever they want. The thing is about this, from what I can understand, Arsenal are willing to offer around 80-90 million, if you can believe the reports. Let's just say it is true. The thing about De Laurentiis, the Napoli owner, is though, he won't accept a penny less than his release clauses, which is 113 million pounds. So this is kind of on a standoff, because Osimhen wants a move, in a way. He wants either Premier League, which looks like most likely will be Arsenal if it happens, or he will move to Saudi, because Saudi apparently as well have prepared an offer. The offer is on the table, they just have to offer it, and most likely it will be accepted. On the other hand, you have the camp in Napoli who don't have to sell him if he stays. Conte won't mind if he stays, to be honest. The only reports are that if they sell Osimhen, they will invest in Lukaku, and we will see who else they invest in. So it's all a bit of a standoff in a way. And the issue with this is, since we didn't sign Šeško, where the interest was actually real, it's like Arsenal in previous years. We try to sign a certain position, a player. We drag it out longer than we have to. We don't get him. We look like a laughingstock. And now every team in the world knows that we need that position covered, and they can hold out for how much they want. And that is the biggest issue when you don't do things properly. And that's why, in a way, I really like how Arteta has done it now, that he has shut down all the rumors, leaks, reports coming out from Arsenal. Because nobody knows what is happening. No journalist knows what is happening, so they cannot report and kind of entice other agents. Arsenal are moving in a way in silence. The issue again with this is we are moving in silence, but we are moving super slow, snail speed slow, that there were reports that Arsenal want to get business done before Euros. Arsenal want to get business done before the end of June. But at the moment, it looks like it will be none of that happening. So who is at fault? Is it really true, or what is happening? That's the biggest thing, and that is what's gonna drive every single Arsenal fan nuts, because nobody knows what is real, what is not, when it's gonna happen and when it's not, or if it's gonna happen or if it's not. So at the moment, apparently Arsenal have made contact with Osimhen's representatives. We'll see how it goes, and even if Osimhen agrees, if our Arsenal don't pay the release clauses, it doesn't look like Laurentiis and Napoli will sell him. And the last one for today is our Ramsdale. Incredible Ramsdale price tag sees Arsenal leave Chelsea and Wolves stunned. Basically, it's been reported, obviously everyone knows that Arsenal want to sell Ramsdale. The issue is Arsenal want insane amount of money for Ramsdale. And it says here, we're gonna talk about this, we just signed David Raya. Let's be real, David Raya's contract is there, extra 27 million in the summer, July 1st, everything will be done and dusted, and he will be unveiled at some point. Everybody knows that, yeah? The thing is, we sent him from Sheffield United, right? for 24 million initially, with potentially rising to 30 million through add-ons for him, depending on achievements, performance-based stuff, and all those things. Okay, cool, 30 million. The thing is, if Arsenal stick their guns to 30 million demand, this will completely rule out Wolves. Wolves need a keeper, but Arsenal want 30 million. So basically, if they have paid out all the add-ons for Ramsdale, that puts potentially the price up to those 30 million. They want to break even. Let's just say that. But if they are the 24, they want to make some profit. So it makes sense. 30 million for Ramsdale, for me, is steal and a half. To be honest, he has lots of potential. He's a modern day keeper. Yes, he has his bozo moments here or there, but if he has a team where he plays consistently, he's comfortable with the team, he can be outstanding. We saw that last season, before we saw in the 22-23 season, how he carried us in certain saves. The save against Madison, well, on the line again, when he from the free kick, was incredible. Yes, he has some mishaps when he plays in goal. He doesn't cover the front post as good as he should and everything. The thing is, if Jose Sa leaves, they are left without a keeper, and the Wolves don't spend much money on certain players, so it will be very interesting to see what happens, because Arsenal want to make some money. Obviously, it's English, so English tax, homegrown, and everything, and the quota, you can achieve all that by signing Ramsdale. So it's all up in the air. But the fact is that only 2 teams want him is very, very weird, because let's be real, most of the teams that are fighting for something don't need a keeper. That's the biggest thing. There were also reports that Ramsdale would be open to a move outside of Premier League in England, so that would be very interesting if that comes true, because we already heard, just as the season ended, if Ederson leaves to Saudi and then City are going for Magnan, then AC Milan could go for Ramsdale, and it would be a domino effect basically. So it's all up in the air what's going to happen with Ramsdale, because there's a big chance that Arsenal don't sell Ramsdale this summer, and at the end of the summer we'll have to, because will not want to sit on the bench, we'll have to loan him out. Then and we have to pray that he doesn't get injured, he has good games, he increases his value, and then some team comes in with a massive offer. Genuinely, that's what we all can call for. But it is what it is at the end of the day. At the moment, we just have to wait and see. Anyhow, those are transfer rumors, reports, and discussion opinions from me for you today. Let me know down in comments what you think about Ramsdale, Osimhen situation, and all that stuff. Let me know what are your predictions, who we might sign. Will we sign anyone before July 1st in a way that it will be signed, just cannot be announced officially, let's just say that. Will there be some reports, will we sign some players? And let me know what you think for Euros, who is gonna win them. Take care, stay safe, and see you all tomorrow. Peace.